Do you ever feel like things are just not moving fast enough and maybe you're a little impatient and you feel like you should be someplace else already? Well, this is the subject of today's Out of the Box. Welcome to Out of the Box, the series where unconventional thinking leads to extraordinary living. Today, I want to discuss with you an issue that I'm going to admit I suffer from. I have this idea, this desire, this sense that I want to be farther along than where I am at a given moment for anything. It could be personal, it could be professional, but I seem to have trouble with being patient. And I know you probably do too. So I wanted to talk to you because the story that came to me to help me kind of put this into perspective was really a great perspective shift for me and a great way to remind myself I'm exactly where I need to be in this moment. And I think it might do the same for you. So the story goes, these two people set off to go to someplace far away. They're in Arizona, they're going to California or something to that effect. And they set out on their journey. Now, 2 miles in, do they look at each other and decide we've failed because we're not there yet? Well, we want really badly to be where we're going. We want to be done. We want to be at the completion of what we set out to do. We want to have arrived. But there are miles to go before you get there. It's a process that until the Star Wars beam me up Scotty thing comes around, we have this journey we're going to have to take. So I'm thinking that in those moments where I begin to wonder, geez, am I ever going to get there? Or, wow, this is taking a long time. That it's just part of the journey. It's a reminder for myself that this isn't I think about it and I'm there, or I want it badly enough and so it will happen instantaneously or even over a period of months or weeks or days or years. It's just the journey. The want is there, the actions are there, very, very important. But the journey takes as long as the journey takes. So the other story that comes to mind that I heard years ago was about a family who was returning home from vacation. Again, they were traveling from maybe Florida and going back home up to Boston. And the story goes that Mom, the kids, the dog pack up in the car, they leave their vacation in Florida, and the dog gets sick. So they pull over, they deal with the dog. And then they get back in the car and they head back on their journey because their journey is in Massachusetts. They're in South Carolina. Well, as they move along the journey, they get a flat tire and the axle breaks in their car. And so they call a tow truck. They spend an overnight in Virginia and they get the car fixed. And then you know what they do. They get back in the car and they head back on the road to their destination. You see, the story is a reminder that just because you've had an unexpected setback, that doesn't mean all of a sudden the RV broke down and you're going to settle in Virginia. No, Your destination was to get back home. It never occurs to you that you'll just stay in Virginia, does it? And so I encourage you to think about these stories as it relates to your life, as it relates to the goals that you have set, the things that you are accomplishing. You are on that path. That path has not, that goal, the end goal, has not changed. The path got bumpy. The path maybe changes, but the goal remains the same. So this is my unconventional thinking for your extraordinary living. As always, if these messages are resonating with you, or if you know somebody you think needs to hear this message, please do share them. And if you're not a member of the Thrive Hive and receiving the monthly newsletters of inspiration, please do join us there as well. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell. That way, every Tuesday when a fresh new episode drops, you're going to get an email in your inbox so you don't miss one of these little gems. Well, until next week, ciao.